Na oração que desapega a terra, quer Deus que a quem está o cuidar, pegue que a vida entre está, os velhos mil que desinteressam, quem não cuida de si quer que o alto rei de alta amar, é quem assiste ao desvelado lá, da morte ao ar não desafeta a fé, quem do mundo é mortal loucura, a vontade de Deus sagrada, firmar-lhe a vida em atadura, ó voz zelosa que dobrada, já sei que a flor da formosura será no fim dessa jornada, na oração que
Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. The event will start in around 10 minutes, so please be patient with us. The event will start really soon. For those who are still doing networking, we hope that you will find your seat and settle your seat before we start. Thank you.
firmar-lhe a vida em atadura, ó voz zelosa que dobrada, já sei que a flor da formosura será no fim dessa jornada.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to AI Agents Unleash No Code in Web3 event. The event will start very shortly, so please settle your seats so we can start the event very soon. Thank you.
Que a vida em atadura, ó voz zelosa que dobrada, já sei que a flor da formosura
check.
Hi everyone. Hi. Hey there. Sir. On the back. Please have a seat because we'll start the event very soon. All right. Well, thank you everyone for having us for today. So this is me, Ika, and with me, Andrea, right here. We are both the co-founder of Code Exchange. And first of all, we would like to say thank you for Ivy and partners for having us here, arranging the event. They're really being helpful, totally. I don't think without them we'll make it, right, Andrea? It's very first time here we are having this on-site event. And as well, big thanks to Charles. Will be one of our keynote speaker, as well Sean, that probably he's now on the way. Oh, hi! Oh, you made it. Thank you. So, yeah. Before we started the welcoming speech and inspirational speech, is it okay if I sit down, guys? Because today I'm having my first day of period, so I don't really feel good today. Is it okay if I sit down? Yeah? Oh, thank you so much. That's relieving. Well, okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Let me start with a few questions. Who's here having the lack of technical background? Raise your hand. People who don't know how to code, raise your hand. Most of you know how to code. Crazy. And is there any one of you that dreaming to become an entrepreneur but don't know how to code? None? None of you want to be entrepreneur? Okay. Well, that's new. Okay, for those who want to be entrepreneur but don't know how to code, I kind of feel it's hard, isn't it? Especially when you have a big dream, but you don't know how to code, you need to rely on someone else. And then, not to mention, most of entrepreneurs, you guys also have kind of difficult situation, such as funding, support, opportunity, resources, which is kind of I feel you. We totally get it how it feels. Because not everyone have the same opportunity, privilege, or support. And this is why today, I want to share you a bit story of how Code Exchange began. A story that proves a true meaning of never give up and do whatever it takes to become a resilient founder. And actually the journey of Kodak itself, it's never been any easier because it's a story of resilience, sacrifice, and strong belief in a dream where it might seem impossible. And as a founder, my vision has always been about helping other people, facilitating opportunities, and providing support. And why is that, Ika? Well, it's because of my personal background, actually. I was born in poverty, raised by a wonderful single mom in Indonesia. But despite our situation, I always had a big dream to change my family financial situation. But then, I had no backup, no entrepreneur family, and even that, none of my family have a high educational level or even taking a big risk to be an entrepreneur. So my only option is actually to figure it out myself, how to become a self-made entrepreneur. And it means taking the biggest risk. And as well, in the other hand, Andrea, my co-founder right here, he also faced similar situation. where none of his family also have entrepreneur background. And for them, growing up in Switzerland is better to have a safe environment and not taking risk. And we all know becoming an entrepreneur, it means taking a big risk, a bigger one actually. And then, you know what? I know there's so many creative, brilliant people out there who could also be an incredible entrepreneur if they only had the right support and opportunity. So I feel incredibly lucky that we, in my career journey in the past 6 years and in the past 3 years of my entrepreneur journey, I met such an incredible people, inspiring, admiring. That's why, like 6 years ago, I met Charles already, but probably he forgot about it from the same network. And these people, they're inspiring me, supported me, and helped me when I needed it the most. And yeah, even with the hard work and resilience, there's always been a little bit of luck involved. So that's why for me, to creating something as an entrepreneur must carrying the value of helping others. Because I want my platform to support a lot of people, giving them an opportunity, such as people like me. People who know what it feels like when you don't have a backup. It's either you go alone by yourself or that's it, right? And the story of Codections itself, it's begin because of my own frustration as a founder. Because to be honest, guys, I do not have any technical background at all and struggle with funding. And back time in May 2021, when me and Andrea, the first time we met and we built our first project together, it's called VFund, and everything was wiped out during Terra Luna crash. Is there any one of you that heard about Terra Luna crash here? Yeah? So because of that, everything was gone. And we had no safety net, no money, no guarantee, just one single question in our head. Do we still believe in our vision? Do we still believe in ourselves? And the answer was, yeah, we do. But then, you know what, belief itself is not enough because we need to keep building, we need to keep doing action, we need to push forward, even it might seem impossible. And funny fact, in order to funding Codex in the very beginning, we are doing self-funding because we made a very big, deeply personal sacrifice. I sold my wedding ring in order to funding Codex and other personal belonging. And as well, Andrea, he sold his personal laptop, where is the only tool that he need to work. But then, I know it sounds crazy, but it was very much necessary because we believe in what we are building. We believe that our platform could transform people and future entrepreneur later on. And yeah, the challenge didn't stop there because we dealt with so many financial struggle, long nights, no sleep at all, just 2-3 hours every day, no weekend, no holiday, which I believe most of founders facing the same thing. And then, but the moment of the truth is like when we only had, how many money we had left? Only $200 left in bank account. And then I told Andrea, dude, we need to launch now or never because no one gonna give us any investment without attraction. So we launched Codex back time in January last year. We gained traction even with zero marketing budget. And because of the traction and attention, we secured investment within 3 weeks in order to launching our native token in February last year. So yeah, we did it. It was a very much critical milestone of our platform. So yeah, looking back now, I think every sacrifice, every challenge that we faced it together, it was worth it. Don't you think? Yeah? So yeah, guys, Codex is not just a platform. It's basically a testament to what is possible when you refuse to give up, no matter how difficult it might seem. So yeah, thank you everyone for having us for today and attending in this event. So that's pretty much about Codex. Thank you. So yeah, you want to start to do a small introduction, Andrea? So, all right, guys, what is Codex? We are building all-in-one no-code platform for builders, for every creators, and as well developers. And why is it necessary? Because we understand the pain of coding, and as well how much difficulties it might seem. And as well, most of infrastructure currently is not really supporting, especially when we are speaking about bridging Web 2 to Web 3. And not to mention in the Web 3 space itself, there's so many lag in multi-chain, cross-chain environment. Pretty much the problem is about high cost, because then normally if you want to build an application, you need to spend months hiring full-time of developers. Not to mention if you do not have a technical background, then most of the time you will spending more money for nothing. And then not to mention about the technical barriers, even if you know how to code, and then as well on the fragmented tools on the infrastructure itself. So we want to remove all of the pain by creating a no-code solution which can be supported on multi-chain, cross-chain, or even bridging to Web 2 or to Web 3 space. This is pretty much our traction so far. And this is basically our ecosystem where we are covering on EVM compatible Solana, Tron, Ton, Cosmos ecosystem, and most of integration that's supporting us on multi-chain, basically like Chainlink, Layer 0, and etc. And those are basically our partners. And who is basically our mainly target market? It's on early stage entrepreneurs, because we understand most of founders do not have a funding, and you cannot just knock investors asking for funding without having a traction, because it's like chicken and egg situation where normally they will ask traction first, but then in order to make traction you need to have MVP. But if you do not have enough funding to create your MVP, it's a dead end. So for that reason, we are helping you to create your MVP within just couple of seconds, minutes. Then after that, you can focus on user acquisition. And if you need to go to investor and knock their door, they're pretty much open about it. Or you can go to market right away just to make basically market proof. You know, if your idea is really needed in the market. And as well on DeFi enthusiasts, businesses, let's say if you already have business and you want to make it more automation, then we are pretty much can help you on that. And as well on the developers. Let's say it could be from early stage builders like developers, or even from seasoned developers, because you can get kind of like passive income from it, which later on Andrea will explain on our marketplace. So yeah, Andrea, you want to speak about the difference of our platform?
Yes, we started in January 2024 with the version 1, was a no-code solution. For example, you can deploy tokens, NFT with a simple click in more than 35 chain. We was created the scan to code, so you can build website from image. You can just copy the website you like, you do the screenshot, and the AI will replicate, and after you can interact for make it better. And from that, now we are pivoting in the version 2 is AI agents no code. So basically, you can build and create your AI agent in 2 simple steps, just selecting what is the AI agent typology, what will be the task that AI agent can do, and you can deploy and start to monetize directly in your marketplace. So this is the version 2. Yes, so our AI agent builder allowing people to launching your own AI agent and deploy and decide which model you want to monetize for usage, for subscription, or free if you want. And when the AI agent is created, go in the marketplace and people can utilize directly. The AI agent combine Web2 AI agent like assistant, market maker, marketing, and different kind of functionality, and all the Web3 sector like DeFi, tokenomics, and similar. So we are covering all the AI agent creation from the beginning. So where you have the no-code platform where you can create your own version with the functionality and the cycle of the life of the AI agent directly from the monetization. So you can, using our tools, it's a drag and drop technology. You can decide which task the AI agent can do, what will be the functionality. And from that point, you can test with a simple chat interface. When you are ready, you can just click deploy, launch, and you can start to monetize. This is the life of the AI agent.
So yeah, that's pretty much why Code Exchange stand out, is because we are giving accessibility to users, and then we already got traction and proven big names on our ecosystem, and pretty much easy to integrate, and also on the scalability. And what's coming, Andrea?
Yes, after launching the AI agent building, we will deploy the plugin. So you can use, for example, in Figma or technology, in Canva, and in ChatGPT. So you will have access not only from our platform, but we will deliver API-based, where you can leverage the technology and Codex AI, and SDK, so you can integrate in your website and using the AI agent directly.
So yeah, that's pretty much it about Codex. Thank you for listening to our little presentation for today. If you guys like to get in touch in us, feel free to scan the code. Is it working? Okay, well, the next one will be our special discussion with our dear speakers, Charles and Sean. Please welcome on the stage. Big applause, guys. Okay, well, thank you for both of you for making us the time here. It's a pleasure to meet you in person as well. Yeah, do you mind to introduce yourself, Sean and Charles?
Hi, everyone. My name is Charles. I'm the CEO co-founder of Coder School. So we're an online coding school education platform. And I'm here to talk to you about no code. So it's the opposite of what I do. But I'm excited about it too.
John?
So hey everyone. So my name is Sean, co-founder and CEO of Pixel ML. We are a generative AI company. How do you say? We start at the time that ChatGPT started. We built an AI app that failed miserably because why? We was launching 3 months after the trend up. And actually, this is the problem that Ikarius mentioned. You spot the opportunity, but for somehow you cannot get it out of the market at the right time. So that's why I think no code and capture the market is very important. My second product is we built it like over the weekend. So the Friday night, we got the idea, we launched it in the Monday, and we get like #1 on this market, and we get like 20,000 users just sign up without like no marketing budget and so on. there, because this is the foundation that we have before, so that we can quickly ramping it up. But if you are the first-time founder, it's very hard for you. So I think this no code is very timing in place, and the topic is very interesting, and I'm proud to be here. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you so much. So yeah, let's get started on our first question for the three of our gentlemen here. What do you guys think about, do you think, how can no-code platform ensure the balance between creativity, scalability, and security? Who want to answer first?
I can start. So no code combined with AI can give a lot of creativity and scalability. About the security, when we speak about no code and AI, it is increasing a lot of the security issue. But for the first 2 points, AI is very good for creativity because you can take any idea to the next level and you can make more able to scale the business. But it implicate a lot of security issue. So it's important to combine with a human and developer that can approve, check, secure, and launch in the safety way.
Charles, you want to give a shot?
Yeah, I think the thing that I get most excited about is we teach coding at Coder School historically, and people join our classes because they have an idea of what they want to build, but they don't know how to say it, right? They're like, oh, I know exactly what to do, but I spent 6 months trying to hire this engineer, and that guy stole everything and left. Or just like these horror stories, right? So I think that no code allows people to remove one barrier between what they really want to see. So people come to these platforms, and I think all their customer personas, they come to you because they have a dream, and you make that dream easier to get to.
John?
I think it's just like you need to go to market at the right time. Timing is much important. So if you have an idea, you have the trend, and you are like 3 months later, like I did, then you fail, even though you're trying to promote and so on. But if you catch the trend, and then you get the wave, and it just eventually came at the right time, and learning how to do no code, and you can do it like launching in next 2 days, then it's better using all of the existing tool instead of going from like 0 to 1. That's much better for you.
That makes sense, totally.
Yes, and actually the no code is perfect for a prototype and for testing the market. So you get the idea, now is the moment. You can use, for example, codec technology. You can launch and test the market. When you know the market is ready, you can raise the capital, you can hire a developer, and build the final product. So this is, I think, is the right way for don't spend money before understanding if the market is ready or not. Yeah,
I will chip in this one because this is a story about my 1.3 million product. It's named QuickQR.art. Charlie and I were talking about the QR code that you guys using. That is a black and white one, but I built a beautiful one by AI. That is a very small idea. So when I launched that, we don't even have a website. We launched it as a Discord bot. We want to build a website at the beginning, but actually we cannot do it in time because so many things. So we just build a Discord bot based on that, and we provide a capability. And even the AI capability is serving by some other provider. I just deploy my model on their platform and plug that into a no-code tool that plug into the Discord, and then we relaunch that. And when we validate the market, even we don't have payment system at that point. So when we have some people paying, they will ask me, I will create a Stripe link for them, I will send them directly. And when they would like to have more credit, I go directly to the database to increasing the credit for them. So no payment, no website, nothing, just one single bot. So I think no code can take you very far until that you have paying customer. Then at that point, you can build and hiring engineer or investment and so on.
All right, going to the next question, especially for Sean. Is there a risk of over-reliance on no-code, creating developers who are too dependent on pre-built system?
I would say no-code is good to start, like what Andre said, to prototype, validate the market. But until that we have a certain amount of customer and user, you need a production level. So at that point, you should hiring someone professionally doing it in order to remove all of the risk, dependency, and so on, so that you have the production ready. So I think no code having the risk of itself, but the gain, I mean the advantage of that is over the risk. So for myself, I would just use that, and then we'll convert that into the real time later. Maybe Charlie, you should have more vision on this one.
Yeah, the analogy I make in my head is I look at TikTok, which is back in America now. You look at TikTok and the videos are not fancy. Like you compare TikTok to like Netflix, or it's a different world. But if the core idea is really, really good, you don't need like special effects. You don't need an editing team. You don't need all those things. Eventually, if you want to grow and you want to actually like have a show on Hulu or Netflix or something, and then you hire a team. But for so long, you can like people will be so happy if you really like can express yourself very quickly and ship very quickly. So to me, like TikTok made it so easy to make short videos all the time. And like similarly with products, a lot of times when you're building a product, it's really that phase. Like, what do you find that's going to go viral? And then like once it goes viral, then you know what to build, and then everything's easy from there.
Totally. Well, we can go to the next question for Andrea. What role does no-code play in bridging the gap between technical and non-technical innovator, especially on the Web3 space?
Yes, that's very important for the Web3 space because now it's too complicated for bridge to the masses. So not everybody can start to deploy a build in Web3. You need to understand the smart contract. You need to understand the security audit. And it's a process that involves too many steps. In total now, the total developer in blockchain is only 15,000. It's a very low number. But with the no-code solution, everybody can start to build in the Web3. We can make Web3 looking like Web2. And now finally started to have a login email wallet, a lot of way to make Web3 accessible. So no-code combined with Web3 is the solution for make Web3 for masses. You want to add something maybe?
Maybe on Charles, there's a lot of Web3 developers in Coder School that you guys kind of like teaching them?
Yeah, I think the question was about how to bridge the gap. And I think like my answer to this also applies to Web3. Like a good Web3 developer is not smarter than a good Web2 developer, is not smarter than any other type of developer.
Totally.
And it's all the same skill set. And there are a lot of dumb programmers and a lot of smart people who just don't know how to program. And that's what no code helps you like bridge that gap and it help you actually like get the thing done.
Yeah, and actually like the no code for a smart contract can help you to save a lot of money because if I go back in 2021, when not a lot of people know Solidity, the developer asks you a ridiculous amount of money, like 20,000 for a simple token deployment, that now you can just go to ChatGPT, ask, in 1 second you have the smart contract, you just need to pay for the audit, and it's a very different process. So this no-code technology allowing you to don't lose too many money, but having a proof of concept after you hire a professional for make it look perfect.
Yeah, that makes sense. Totally. I have a question especially for Charles. How can no-code tools be integrated into educational frameworks to basically empower a new generation of coders while maintaining high standard of quality and innovation?
Yeah, I think actually my answer to this is I think we need to stop thinking about programming or no code as separate from normal things. When I look at the history of no code, there's been lots of tools that are trying to be like no code. And I sort of think of it like if you want to be vegetarian, you don't have to eat like fake meat all the time. You just eat what you want to eat and just like think about like what tastes good to you. And like similarly, that's a weird analogy. But like I think of no code as like there's millions of people in the world who use a very popular no-code tool and never think that they're coding, which is Excel. I'm sure there's millions of people, there's trillions of dollars going through Excel, there's very complicated Excel formulas, which are more complicated than any program I've ever written as a coder. And people just adopt it. And like, there's no weird thinking about, oh, this is like a coding thing, this is only for geniuses. Like, no, anyone can learn Excel, and you just have to try, and first you do your first sum, then you do an average, then you sort of move on. And I think that's what no-code platforms need to deliver, is like, hey, like, it's easy, just get started. Here's your first smart contract. Oh, you just made $5. Let's keep going.
Well, thank you for that. That's very insightful. Should we go for another topic about a little bit on the bridging to Web3 space, right? It's another generic question for the three of you guys. Are technical frameworks for AI feasible in permissionless environment? Who wants to start? You?
Maybe I'm not the best person to answer this, but I try. Because in here, I think I'm a Web2 guy. So I'm building AI, but on Web2 space mostly. I have a few friends building on Web3, like Axie Infinity founder and Con98, if you know. But I think for permissionless, I think let's talk about the ELISA OS, right? So that is a hosted trend in last 4 months, where the framework of AI agent is currently having valuation of the market cap is like, I think 2 billion is the last time that I have seen that. I don't know how long. So the story of that $2 billion market cap is coming from like just one developer. So he built an agent that running on Twitter. So that agent will acting as an investor. So if you can convince that investor to invest to you by tweeting or tagging to that, and then when he decide to open source that one, the community love it so much, so it become #1 on GitHub, and then people just pouring into buying the AI 16Z token. So I think that's proven that there is a much interest in the AI agent and also building the permissionless, because the agent is functioning by itself, where there's no one, even the creator, can enter its decision. So as long as you can convince the AI to invest to your product, then this is the kind of permissionless, right? This doesn't have like central organization who approve investment and so on. It runs autonomously. So I think that is this is the best that I can answer to your question. But I think I will left to the guy who actually building in the space to answer. So Andrew.
Yes. So actually, the AI agent in Web3 can run in autonomous way and can evolving with the machine learning and improve. But it's very important to apply some centralization, because we don't want the AI keep the control by evolving in not the right way. So it's important to allow the upgrade from the machine learning educational and the new algorithmic they are discovered to be approved by human before launching the next version. So the AI can evolve, but need to be approved always by human. So it's full permissionless, but need to be centralized the control of in which way is evolving the technology.
So you're saying that AI cannot be a DAO?
So if we speak about DAO in general, it's completely decentralized autonomous operation, and is only controlled by voting power. The AI can help to take the right decision and understanding what is the best for the DAO, but cannot taking the voting power control, so always is the community that will decide. But the AI can give more insight and more reason why is the best way going this direction.
Okay, so basically part of it cannot be fully functional DAO, like, you know, like DAO, like most of layer 1, layer 2 ecosystem management protocol when they're DAO.
Actually, no one is fully DAO. It's always centralized few people, but I don't need to say in this now.
let's move forward for the next question for Charles. How do we balance innovation with the potential for misuse of autonomous agents?
Yeah, actually, that's related to the last question. I have a very cynical, sort of bleak view on it, which is I actually don't agree with what you're saying. I think that like the rise of the autonomous permissionless is inevitable. Like someone will eventually do it, and once one person's doing it, like if they get better, like the investor bot, if one investor bot is getting better results than other investor bots, it will win. And there's at the point where it's better than human intervention slows it down, like it will just happen. So I think also in terms of balance and misuse, I think, of course, like you should try, but I think eventually it'll be whatever the market decides is going to win. And I think for that, you should just try to build the best bot and build one that's ethical and like make the systems work. So that's like kind of like one of the late stage capitalism questions.
Got it. But then what happens when AI makes decision that is kind of like contradict with the community sentiment?
Yeah, I think we have to like, I think that's what's going to happen. I mean, I sort of think there's like an evolution. Like AI is just a like gain loss function. It's just trying to make people happy and like get more thumbs up, more thumbs down. And I think eventually that's hopefully self-correcting over time, but who knows?
Let's go for Sean. You ready?
Yes, yes.
How does your experience in Web2 AI inform the potential of kind of like AI agent in bridging interoperability challenges?
Yeah, so I think the interoperability challenge is not only on the Web3, but also Web2 as well. So you need to transfer the data between system and maybe between chain in Web3. So it's mean about the integration. So somebody need to do it. Either that you, as a company, you do it, or you leverage on the solution that out of the box that someone that professional doing that already, and you just leverage on their shoulder so that you can focus on your things. So my story is that last year I built Gen AI with Quick QR. We have small success. No, this is 2023. Sorry, this is 2025 already. Sorry. So in the beginning of like 2024, I flew to San Francisco for a while to experience the market, and I saw some people building agent. So I decided, okay, maybe I should build something on agent part. But after deep dive into agent, I find that agent is only good as long as the tool it can use is good. And tool here is the integration or the interoperability between the system to system. So we spent 2024 to build this layer of, we call this AI action, where human can use or agent can use like access to your Google Docs to read some part, and then using that document to search the internet for the relevant article, and then summarize the article, and then writing a new article based on what is found, and then insert some of the images it generated, and then publish it to your WordPress website. So those are action, integration that someone will need to build it, so that you or your agent that you are about to build will need to call to that action. Because at the end of the day, agent can be like, they just have just three parts: the model, the knowledge, and the tool. So three part is a combination of the agent. And I believe that by building a good tool or access to a lot of tool, it will help the agent will solve the interoperability problem, not in Web 2, but also in Web 3 as well. Like the tool, like Andre is building, is like cross-chain transaction. It can actually consider as a tool where the agent receive a request and they would like to transfer between Binance to, I don't know, another chain. Then, yeah, it just call an action and waiting for the answer. That's it, right? Okay, so that's my 2 cents.
That's interesting. Do you have any comment for that?
No, I think it's true. It's about the tooling in the background of the AI agent. Because, for example, in blockchain, if you want to create the multi-chain access, you can create multi-agent that leveraging each chain for each agent. I have one agent that controlling all the sub-agent. So you create a layer of agent that can do different tasks, and one main agent that controlling all the agent.
But then, how do you kind of like address the vulnerability, introduced by AI agent, basically in multi-chain environment in this case? And what is the safeguard should developer implement?
Yeah, when we speak about blockchain, you need to have the control of transaction, limited the timing, so you can ensuring and waiting until all the transaction is done and approved. So you really need to give a simple task and creating a subsequential of task for ensuring the security, no vulnerability, especially in blockchain.
And how do you control basically as a no-code platform, like no-code builder, and how do you ensure the quality control across the application, especially when we are speaking about the multi-chain where there's so many vulnerabilities?
Yes, what we are doing with Codex is we create like a testnet, a demo version that have a security issue, but people can start to test and running the application. If you want to switch to the mainnet, so to the live working, we give all the steps that you need to do. For example, all the audit for the smart contract, all what kind of developer you need to hire for the testing and the security. And when everything is done, we allow you to go in the launching in the mainnet.
Who do the audit?
We use partners. At the moment, we don't allow the AI to do the audit.
I mean, we saw in the market, right, guys, like there's some project that they are doing like AI smart contract audit. So what do you guys think about that?
I mean, I think it's a good thing because I think that's like a very fair, the AIs do well when there's a clear wins and loss like calculation. And I think the AIs that do the audits incorrectly will die very quickly. So I think those type of scenarios are actually, I think, good for AI. They're quite definite, good outcome. I feel bad for the people that are going to be the negative test cases. But I think that's part of the territory, and that's like the price of progress.
Yeah, I think majority of the audits is going to be done by AI, and perhaps that it will escalate to human re-auditing where needed. Like it's recent because like it's a confident level, right? So you can set that confident level of that, and then if it's reaching that confident level, then like 90% reject, then it just automatically reject you. If it's falling below that, maybe it will escalate for second round for human audit approval. So.
Yeah, but I think also like the thing is like I think we can have AIs and the humans aren't going to be better. It's just like if a human does it wrong, you can sort of like sue the company or blame somebody. But I think we can also implement that with AI. It's like, hey, my AI got it wrong. We will pay for the whatever you lost.
So you have a second question from the audit. Because if the AI is able to full audit the smart contract, meaning understand all the security and will become able to hacking the smart contract. So we are making the AI power enough to understanding all the security and can be can hack a smart contract for a wallet, do transaction. So you see any risk?
Again, I think humans do this all the time. There's like the white hat hackers. So you learn about cybersecurity, for example, and then your homework assignment is go try that on your like coffee shop website. You can hack those things. And I think that information is all already out there.
Yes, but this human can decide. But if it's AI acknowledge about hacking, obviously we can control.
Yeah, true. I think if the AI is knowing that and it have the self-consciousness in order to decide to hacking you, then it is AGI, and we are talking about singularity, right?
nice to have different opinion, right? Like that's the point of having this discussion. Yeah, we can move forward to the next question. For all of you guys, are no-code AI agent is the key to scaling on Web 2 or Web 3 space, or it's just a temporary solution for a deeper ecosystem challenge?
I cannot talk much about Web3 because I'm not a builder on that yet. But I will say about my Web2 experience. I believe this year, no, not believe, but I read Gartner report that 25% of the enterprise will adopt AI agent this year. So this is the confirmed trend that people would like to adopt AI agent to reduce the human resource cost. That eventually will happen. And like Charlie said, there's some negative tests, which mean the people that will going to be lose their job because of that. Because most of the job that easy to automate can be automated and will. So eventually, AI agent will be part of the workforce. It will eat up a percentage, major portion of the percentage of the job market. And eventually, people will, or companies, they will employ the AI agent and specialized AI agent that doing the work as good as the human worker is going to do for some tedious tasks that maybe like customer support. There's a lot of company that firing like anti-Philippine customer support because they are having a system that can answer like 95% of the, no, they still give 5%, sorry. So they will have the system that will taking care of like 95% of the question. So it means they will reduce the number of like the organization workforce need to support that. So I think this is a confirmed trend. The name want to say. About Web3, I will pass this over to Andre.
Yeah, but we can take a little bit general why AI agent will become normal in our life. Because, for example, in my team, I can create one agent that is specified in design. So will be a designer AI agent. I will create one agent specifying React for front end, one for Next.js, for example, one only backend, and so on. I create my team of AI agent. I create my project manager AI agent. I create my CTO AI agent. We train them for with real people, real CTO expertise to what your daily task, what you do every day. You create your model, you apply to the AI agent. You can have a full team working for you, independent every day. You can teach, you can modify, you can always improve the quality, and they will increase every day the quality because they have the machine learning and the capability to understanding what is my mistake, why, correct the algorithmic, and they after working better. So AI agent will be everywhere for any task because they can do better than human in future.
Carlos, do you have any thought?
Yeah, about Web3, I mean, I think like people, there will be some jobs lost, but I think overall there's an infinite appetite for more software and more solutions. So I think if you look at Web3, for example, if we all adopted Web3, we wouldn't need banks anymore. We would and think of all like the millions of people who are paid to sit at banks and stamp papers. It's not like we wouldn't stop spending money. So I think like, for example, Web3 opens up so many more use cases of how to invest, how to like co-invest, all these amazing things that are possible because of the high level automation. And I think AI agents also unlock that. So in the same way that I remember like once upon a time, a search engine was Yahoo was a search engine. And there was like some guy who's like, here's the top 20 websites you should look at. And we don't have that person anymore. We have Google that like checks every website in the world instantaneously. And I think AI agents open a lot of that. So all the difficult things with sending money and checking things, like Web3 is a perfect example of how to automate all transactions immediately.
And how do you think, how can no-code tools help builder a workforce ready for industry to reshape by AI? How do you think about that?
Yeah, I think at the core of it, the problem has never really, I mean, code is a problem, but The real problem, like you have your team of agents, right? And then you have your agent managing the other agents. And someone has to tell the agent what to do. Whether it's a human or an agent, you have to manage them. And as you build these apps, you actually have a middle manager layer, and you have to make sure they have the right incentives. If you give the guy the wrong bonus, they start doing something weird. It's exactly like people, but it's just much quicker and cheaper to like spin up these big companies, basically. It's like kind of hiring 10 people overnight. And they're not perfect, you have to work with them, but it allows anyone to do that. I think that's exciting.
And Sean, as we are both in the no-code solution here, what will be the safeguards are needed to prevent no-code tools from being exploited for a malicious purpose?
Yeah, so maybe I will back to the 2023. So when we launched that QR code AI stuff, people are stupid and they have intention to break things. So I have people from India and another country, they come to my website because this is generative AI, like text to image, right? And what they type, they type porn, news, stuff like that. So in the first 24 hours, I receive a lot of that. And luckily, so we put a guardrail. So all of those images are going to be black. So it will not return. So actually, it's a decision factor in the architecture level when we decide, are we allow not safe for work content to be generated or not? So our decision is no. This must be PG-13, safe, and everyone. So that is the decision at the architecture level. And I believe that when Andre is doing this one, he should already build in the no-code system. So you don't have to worry about that one. So you more focus about customer experience, whatever that customer facing. So what I'm doing now in 2024, when we build agent, we also building the tool layer. So we also spend a lot of effort to do some safeguard, not only the image like what we did, but also the text as well. So what if like this going to talk about something that going to damage your brand identity because that chatbot is going to be on your website, right? If it say something really bad about like Xi Jinping or something, it's maybe get you into trouble. So how can we prevent and guardrail those kinds of things? So no-code platform is good because maybe you don't even think about that, but the platform itself already have that safeguard in place already. So when you just code an LLM, you just prompt, but you know that underlying there's something that already check every message in and message out to ensure that you have the safeguard in place, at least, right? Yeah. So I think that is where no-code platform or like the framework will do the work that maybe you don't even think of when you start.
That's interesting. Any comment, guys, from both of you? All right. Is there anyone who want to ask question? Guys, don't be shy. All right. After this one, okay. For Andrea, what scalability challenge do you think on the Web3 adoption that accelerate, and how can platform like Codex address them?
Yeah, I think Codex platform is addressing the scalability of Web3 because we give access to everybody to be able to launch in the Web3 without have a technical knowledge, a technical background. The only part we need to do is the educational about the security, what you need to do before be able to launch in Web3. In Web2 is a bit more simple because you don't need to think about audit and smart contract security. So Web3 is very important having these kind of tools for finally give everybody access to launch your own project, your token, and everything related. But you need to always remember that it's not ready to go.
Any thought? Carlos? No? Sean? Okay, we can move forward to the question and answer from sir.
Yeah, hi. Good evening. Thanks for having this wonderful event. I'm glad to be here this afternoon and evening. My name is Amit Nandlaskar. I'm from Sydney, Australia. I help startups grow globally, and I also fund them. So we got a very big platform. We got a great success stories. And thanks, I heard your inspiring story, and I think many of people and founders can relate to that without a doubt. So, I talked to most of the founders, and I really appreciate how humble you are and talking about it. My question is with the Codex platform, right? A lot of founders we are incubating now, they don't have a big team. And I think your platform is trying to address that. But what I've found is, doesn't matter what automation tool you get, a founder, you'll still need a technical person or an SME to still use that platform, right? Maybe you don't need to have a whole team anymore, but you still need to depend on someone. Like as a founder, I can't just suddenly go, okay, well, I'm going to have digital marketing and then I'll do this one day. Then say, I'm going to have my website, use a platform and get that delivered. It's never that easy. You always need to have a person and a body. And I don't think so any platform will solve this, but I would like to hear your views. Is maybe how your platform can have associates or consultant who would bridge that gap in the meantime. Or you're saying any founder can come and press a button and voila.
No, that's why we pivot from no-code tools to no-code AI agent building, because we discovered that we cannot create one tools that can fit to all the people. So we are allowing you to create different kind of agent that are fitting your needs. So you can start to creating one AI agent specialized in website. And so you can start to create your website and will be 100% no code. So you just have a chat with the AI agent. Oh, I want to build a website. You provide the image, design, everything can help the AI agent to understand. We'll have a web container that give you a live preview of the website. And you can modify with the chat until you like. Oh, I like, now it's perfect. You click deploy. Go in your, like, for example, Vercel account. You can start to check online. Oh, it's running. It's cool. I like. You can deploy, put your domain, and you have your website. After, you need to start to create your AI agent for the business. So you need to create AI agent specialized in business plan. So you can start to create AI agent that can help you to leverage or your business purpose, financial forecast, and everything related for your business. And after you create your AI agent specialized in marketing and so on. So you as a single man, you can start to have your team that can make your idea become real, only leveraging AI agent. When everything is connected, you start to have a company, an AI agent that can help you to running your company in the right way. And you are able to go with a full working MVP, a website, and already tested market, so you can start to have user, you can start to have revenue. You can go to investor and showing, look, my idea is good. Why I need your fund? Because I want to scale my business to that level, but I already proved the base is good enough. So that's what we want to do, is allowing everybody without budget to start to make your idea, your dream real. I hope I answered your question.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah, and that's why we still need pro developer, right? And that's what Charles is doing right there.
Yeah, actually, in Codex tools, we'll have in the background, pro developer can contribute to make new templates, new AI agent model. And when the final user launch the AI agent, they can start to monetize. We will do a profit sharing with all the people who have contributed to create the model, the creator, and the platform. So we will grow together, and we will need the pro developer for creating always better AI agent technology.
Does it answering your question?
Yeah, so maybe I will chip in a bit from my Web2 experience. Because, so I tell you about my 2024. I want to build agent, but I find that agent is sometimes not reliable because it hallucination. You tell it doing one thing and it's trying to do other thing. So I step back a bit. I build tool. Tool is more reliable. Tools mean when you say you go into my Google Sheet, you take that row, you take the title, you search the internet, you describe that, you write a new. So it's a 4-step. You can build it into a workflow. And then when you have that one, then you equip that to your agent and you tell them, okay, when you have a request to do this, you use this tool. So you are combining the flexible of the agent with the deterministic of the tool so that it's like the best of both worlds. And when we do go to market with the brand, because we build marketing agents for agency and brands, it's so hard. People cannot learn how to do it. They don't understand how to wrap their head around agent, what it's used for. So what we do is we offer like white label solution for them. So you can go into our platform, play with that. But if you have some difficulty, we have expert service. We go and we build it for you, and we charge a bit of like consultant in order to, because business people, they want result. They don't care you are agent, workflow, whatever. I just want my problem to be solved, and you can charge me $20,000 for that. That's okay. So I think that is where we positioning, and I think step by step, people will learn and master the skill through code school. But I think right now the people that have that AI skill is still very small, I believe so. And it will grow over time, and yeah, we can make money because we can teach people, or we can do it for other people. Yeah, so I think that's my point. Yeah, correct. Yeah, correct.
Yeah, and I really believe that creating a lot but small and simple AI agent they combine together is the right solution. Because I see a lot of people trying to build very complex AI agent, but they are going to nothing because losing the direction. But if you create, like you said, one single AI agent can do only this specific task, and you can start to have this white label solution with drag and drop in Codex AI. You can start to selecting your functionality combined together, and you create your flow. So, for example, you can having the AI agent that can deploy a token, and after what can do with the token, can create a tokenomics, can interact with Binance, can interact with Solana. But any of these instruction is a small AI agent that is tested and working well for this action. And you combine all together for having your white label solution.
Is there any other question? Okay.
What do you think will be more popular? Kind of these Web2 agents or Web3 agents that are actually able to receive payment themselves? So you have basically an agent that has its own account, own crypto account.
I think both Web2 and Web3 will evolving in the same time with AI agent because it's needed. For Web3 will be a big game changer because you can give access through the API, the wallet. You can set up all like the order book or the action to do. So you don't need to monitor anymore or checking every day. You allow your AI agent to become your broker of investment. And it's very, very needed because a lot of people don't have time and the ability to check all these big data and taking action. The AI is perfect because it can analyze a lot of data and taking the decision in the right moment. So for Web3 is very needed, giving access to portfolio and taking action.
I sort of think it'd be interesting. I actually would make a pitch for Web3 agents being I think it's like, how do you compare which one's more popular? Like, will there be more Web 2 agents? Yeah, because there's more Web 2 stuff. But I think the thing that's interesting about Web 3 agents, like having payments, is that they will be smarter because like there's more of incentive for them to win. So that you'll have, I think I think Web 2 agents will be more, but the first, like, let's say billionaire agent is for sure going to be a Web 3 thing. Web 2 people are going to work on like chatbots and customer service and like that kind of stuff, whereas Web 3 someone's going to make like an investor bot that's going to be a billionaire very soon. And so I think by market cap, I would bet Web 3 agents will be much, much bigger.
Yeah, true, because I think even right now, Web3 is still a small portion of Web2, right? So a lot of AI agent is going to be built on Web2 and solving the business problem of the Web2 person. So I think there's some there's something like overlapping. For example, like for me doing Web2, but I would like to have the payment of the Web3. The reason is I launched to India, 100,000 of people came, but no one paid. Why? I was digging down and asking people, so why you are so enjoyed? Why did you not pay? And they found out that they cannot get the money out of India. So they cannot pay to US just because the government doesn't allow that. They're asking me, can you ask me by Bitcoin? Okay, that's interesting. So it depends on the use case and the problem that you are solving. If Web3 is really high on that one, then I believe that this area is the AI agent for Web3. But for the rest of it, it's more about the problem that we are solving. Actually. Yeah.
Another question from the live chat. First, it's any plan on the listing token another exchange?
Of
there
course.
you go.
Yeah, we are preparing to launch in Solana and probably in Sui. In Solana right now we are facing what we have discussed, some security issue for the multi-chain because we are introducing a lot of risk. A lot of projects fail because they try to make it multi-chain and introducing vulnerability. So we are very taking care time for ensuring everything is fine.
Yeah, so another exchange will definitely come out. Of course, we cannot tell what is it, not now.
Yes.
And then next question, when will be version 2 codex release?
So in the next 30 days, we will launch step by step the demo, testnet, and mainnet.
Okay, and this is last question from all of you guys. How can the authorship of existing code in no-code app be legally or ethically respected, especially when new code is generated based on pre-existing libraries or open source? Oh yeah, sure. How can the authorship of existing code in no-code application be legally or ethically respected, especially when the new code is generated, based on pre-existing libraries or open source?
Now, first of all, I believe if it's AI generated, it's not taken from open source, but it's generated from zero. So it's creating a new sort of license of the code. Because AI technology is not taking from different sources and putting together, but it's generating every time a new code. So I think we are not touching this point.
I think whoever asked this question has a perfect use case to build on Codex, right? Like a blockchain is like a perfect thing. So you like make some tool for people to upload their source code, store it on a verifiable blockchain, and so if someone copies it, you're like, yo, I wrote this 3 years ago. Here's the proof. So I think that's what no code can help you do.
Actually, because all the creation, not only the AI agent you create, but what is created inside the AI agent will be deployed in an NFT. So it's a sort of license, but with a digital property of the NFT. So you are the only one having the ownership of the AI agent, and everybody is using the AI agent as, for example, is creating token, is generating an NFT that you are the owner of the token. So everything can be proved, and the ownership is 100% respected.
It would be so cool if you could write an open source library, and every time someone uses it, you get like a little percent. Like that's the kind of stuff that I think Web3 is so exciting.
I think because this is something that only Web3 can do, so I don't have much thing to say on this one. But I believe because just before this one, Charles and I were talking about we are writing code support with AI tool like Cursor and so on. So it's going to speed up the process, and regardless of it's writing or not, the authorship is actually you who are the one that co-pilot with the agent in order to build that. So the authorship should belong to you. So that is my 2 cents on this one.
Any question?
Good question.
Any question before we are closing and change into networking? No? Okay, well, thank you guys so much for having, okay, last question.
Yeah, so I want to elaborate a bit more on the previous audience questions. So as I understand from what you're saying is that these AI agents, you can allow the permission, you can now have permission for them to execute a few transactions on the wallet, on their own account. Like you give them the private keys or something so they can execute them themselves. So there is a trend that going on in the Web3 space that I've been seeing is that AI, like a sort of chatbot, they kind of send a sort of small fund into the contract or whatever the private key that bot is on, and people trying to prompt them to lower that fund out. It's a fun thing that people doing, and I feel like in that case, what if it's like your AI agent doesn't have a guard down? Like what if the person, the entrepreneur, accidentally prompt something that trigger the transactions or anything that transfer the fund out? Like because the AI agent is privately using for that entrepreneur, so there's no such thing like the other one, the case I'm saying. But what if something happened, some problem that happened that make the AI think that this guy want to transfer the fund to something, but he doesn't want to? So like, is there a safe thing, like a confirmation, like signatures of the entrepreneur before a process of transferring happens?
You can decide what security or what step you want to have. You can give full automated process to the AI agent that can do transaction without your approval. So it's completely independent to execute and do mistake. Or you can ask for approval anytime, so you will get the notification. So like the AI agent is running and is analyzing the market. He understands now everything is going down. It's time to sell your asset before you lose too much. Can send you the notification that if you approve, you execute the transaction. But this is up to you. You can give 100% automation to the AI agent, or you can introduce security step.
What if I want a hybrid solution? Let's say I have a platform that result in that I want an automations like, let's say I put out contracts, and there's a function in there that I want this AI agent to perform. I want this AI agent to sign the contract to execute a specific functions in a cycle. Like after a few hours, they sign this transaction, so my website updates something like that. So that part I want automations. But while I'm working with it, while I'm working with these AI agents in specialized in something that I'm developing, I don't want it to accidentally send the fund out. So I want a hybrid solution. So part of it is automation, and part of it is my permission.
Yes, it's really possible to do, because when you create your workflow, you can decide which operational can be full decentralized, so no human is needed, and which one require human confirmation. You can create like a two flow, where one is like only buy and selling with a spread of 5%, and every time reaching this 5% plus or minus, sell and buy, don't need to have human involved. But if happening some kind of like a global market crisis or global market pumping, these need human involving, so you will get the notification and you need to take the action.
Actually, like in Web2 land, I had a similar issue. So I built an AI agent that sends out emails to people. And the first version was like every email that sent out, I had hit like, yes, this email looks good. But then what do you do after that? You build another agent that's like, hey, read these emails. If it seems like it might be weird, like ask me. Like you sort of like build more and more layers on top of it. That's generally what you do.
Always multi-agent is, you start with one agent, you understand the issue, you create a second agent that can fix the... Yeah.
So as your recommendations from that, so if I want a hybrid solution, it's better to have like multiple agents that take care of each task on its own. All right, thank you.
If you want to go crazy, you can even like make a committee of agents and be like you make 10 and then 5 of them, 6 of you have to vote yes for this transaction to be gone. And like it gets crazy.
Yes, and actually with our platform will be always multi-agent, but you will see only one single final agent. But in the back end will be a lot of agents that can do a small task combined together, and with one final agent that can control all the workflow, basically.
Okay, I believe there is no more question. Otherwise, we can continue to the networking. So, guys, do you have any last quote from all of you? No? Okay, yeah, let's go networking. But before that, we have a small present for Charlotte and Son. We make a picture together. Yeah.